Hey guys, so I'm on vacation this week, so I'm pre-recording this tutorial and we're going to be doing some Paisleys. If you haven't gotten one of these yet, you're going to want one of these mixed media pads. Sorry, I know I'm not fully on screen here. It is a great way to practice. So it's kind of like writing or painting on canvas or just hard paper, but it's nice and thick so your paint doesn't go through, and that's what I'm going to be demonstrating on. I also like to practice my hand lettering on these, as you can see here, and then you can go back and kind of reference it, you know, to look at what you've done. It's kind of like a practice sheet, and you could also use it kind of like as an idea book. So let's get started. All right, let me angle my camera down a little bit. That's why I'm at such a weird angle. I wanted to be able to show you guys exactly what I'm working on here. There we go. And let me rotate this around here for you guys. All right, that looks good. All right, so I've got a picture of some Paisleys that I printed out. This is just a coloring sheet, and I will put it in the file section for you guys so that you can download it. And then you'll need a piece of graphite paper. Now you can freehand these if you want to, but I thought this would be a good tutorial for those of you who aren't so confident with freehanding for how to do Paisleys. So for those of you who are confident, you know, drawing the outer shape of the Paisley, hopefully this video will give you guys some ideas as to how to decorate your Paisleys and how to do the inside or the outside of them. This has more than just Paisleys on it, so we're just gonna, you know, choose a couple to outline and get started. So I'm just going to choose this one right here, and I put the graphite paper underneath, shiny side down, and now I'm just tracing with a ballpoint pen, and this is just going to give us the basic shape with some details of the Paisley. And I've got two different sheets of these coloring sheet Paisleys that you guys can use to kind of get ideas from. But there's really no wrong way to do one of these Paisleys. The main thing is just that the outer shape is kind of like a curved teardrop, so you're going to want to make sure to kind of keep with that shape. So here's what it looks like after it's been drawn on the paper. Super easy. So as you notice, the outside of this Paisley doesn't have any kind of detailing. All the detailing on this one is on the inside. Now this one over here has details going around the outside, not even all the way around, just partially around. Let's do this one down here in the corner. I like the swirls that it has. I'll just trace. And then I'm not going to trace all of these little swirls on the inside because I'm probably going to freehand those, but you could if you'd like to. And then I like some of these flowers and stuff that come with it, but I'm not going to trace any of those right now either. Okay. So we've got this one down here with nothing in it, and this one up here, and it's kind of got almost like a peacock feather look. See, this looks like the eye of the peacock feather. And then I've got this sheet here that's got a lot of pretty shapes on it. This kind of looks like a lotus flower, and this is just a fancy. It kind of looks like a Paisley with a lotus flower on the top of it. So, you know, let's just choose one of these and put it like up here in the top. I may go ahead and do this one, and I'll decorate it myself. But if you want to, you can trace the coloring pages to get all the details in the middle. And let's see, where else do we need one? I've got one there, there, there. Let's do one down here in the corner. I may try this big fancy one with the lotus flower coming up out of it. It's very different from any Paisleys I would normally do, but I like it. And I'm not doing a very good job of staying exactly on the lines, so I'm just getting the basic shape down. This is great if you have trouble freehanding things. You can trace things like this to get your basic shape, and then you can go back and decorate it however you like. So, okay, we've got those. Let's do maybe like one little flower right here in the middle. We'll do this flower. Oh, I forgot to put my tracing paper underneath. So it's fun with paisleys if you can kind of mix it up and do flowers and paisleys together. It adds a little bit of filler in between your paisleys. Okay, now we have a flower. All right, so we've got some basic paisleys going on here. Let's decorate them. Let me get my egg carton, and as a general rule, when you're doing paisleys, I like to choose maybe 4 different colors that work well together and kind of use those as my like base color scheme. That's not very bright. Let's do just bright yellow. And I've got red, and I've got, hang on, I may swap this one out. This peacock teal is real pretty. What else? And maybe like a purple or something. So here's my color scheme. Mustard yellow, peacock teal, red, and purple. So, all right, let's just start with the red. I like to use a little bit of almost every color on each paisley, and so I incorporate it in different ways. So like on this flower, I might do this inner part here in red and do the outer part in yellow, and then I could do the center of the flower in turquoise. It's just a way to keep everything kind of cohesive, but colorful and fun. The purse that I carry every day has paisleys on it. Okay, on this one, let's do the main shape of the paisley in red. And I'm just using a round tip brush. It's a size 6, so it's not the smallest round tip brush, but it's not the largest either. It's kind of in between. Just paint around some of these little designs. If you get over the pencil lines, it's okay. We can correct that later. I love painting on these little this little pad, because it's just different from painting on wood. And so next time that I go to do paisleys on something, I'll be able to like flip to this page in the notepad, and I can use the paisleys that I've already drawn or painted as kind of inspiration or design ideas for how to do the paisleys on whatever project I'm working on. I like to draw paisleys too whenever I'm just doodling. Okay, so that area is red. On this one, let's do one of these inner parts red. If you guys paint any paisleys, I would love to see pictures of your practice work or pictures of them on your door hangers that you've done. Here comes Charlie. It's summer break, so all my kids are home with me. Yes, dear?
Can I take my Kindle to town?
I don't think we need to, no.
But I want to watch that town.
Well, I'm recording a video right now, so I need you to go play for a little bit longer, and then we'll go to town, okay?
And then can I take my Kindle to town?
I said no. Shut the door. She's in this stage right now where she'll ask me the same question 10 times over. Okay, so instead of, where's my pencil? Do I even have a pencil over here? I thought I did. Maybe I don't. Okay, well, may have to just draw it with a pen. Instead of just painting inside these lines right now, I'm just going to freehand like a little flower in the middle. It's just going to be a simple flower shape. And then I'm going to make the stem curve down into the paisley. And then I'm going to do little leaves coming up. Can you guys see that? So the stem curves down into the paisley and the main part of the flower is right up here. And so I can do that part of the flower. Red. Like the petals could be red. Oh, I got outside my pencil lines. It's okay. Okay, and then on this one, I'm gonna draw, let's decorate the outside just a little bit more by doing like a scalloped edge. So I could just start somewhere down here and start with small scallops, and as I go around, they could get wider. So they're getting bigger as I go around. Oh, I just got my arm in the paint. Smudged my little flower. Story of my life. I'm always getting my arm in the paint. Okay, now as we come back around here, they're getting smaller and smaller. There we go. So we've created a scalloped edge all the way around this one here. Not all of my paisleys have a detailed outer part of the paisley. Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. So I think it's fun just to mix them up so that some are and some aren't. So I'm just going to paint that red. These are definitely more tedious if you're doing a paisley pattern on something than like flowers or polka dots or stripes or anything like that. Paisleys always take me longer. I think it's because each one, I want it to be unique. And I have to kind of think through the design, how they're going to look. Almost got them. Okay. All of the outer scalloped edges are red on that one. All right, I'm going to go ahead and rinse my brush. And then on the inside of this one, I'm going to draw like a larger teardrop shape that's just on the inside of this one. And then I may do polka dots or something fun inside there. All right, let's switch colors and do some yellow. This is Primary Yellow by Deco Art. It covers really well, so I like to use it. I'm going to use the same brush. And let's see. This one's pretty dry, so I'm going to go ahead and work with it. And I'm going to do the scalloped part going around the inner pattern on this one. There's not really any rhyme or reason as to why I'm choosing certain areas to do different colors. I just, you know, it's personal preference. Don't worry if, you know, up close when you're leaning down on it like I am right now, if certain parts of it don't look perfect, because I can still see my pencil lines in places. And there are places where I've gotten outside the lines, but you're going for the overall look. You're not trying to focus on little tiny details. On this one, let's see, I'll do the petals yellow. I'm just trying to think, like, on this one I did a lot of red, and on that one I did a lot of red. So on these other, whoops, I just dipped my brush in the red. So on these other ones, I'm trying to make red more of an accent color instead of the dominant color. That's just kind of how how I like to design stuff. But if you wanted to choose one color to be your dominant color on all of the Paisleys, then you could use accent colors as your secondary colors. Still struggling not to get my hand in the paint. Still using the round tip brush. A different brush might have worked better for this, as far as just it would have been faster. But up here next to the inner part of the flower, it's a little more detailed, and I didn't want to just gob the paint on there and make a mess, so I was trying to use a round tip brush so I could get inside those little areas without making a mess. Okay, and then over here, we'll do the inner part of this flower yellow, and then we'll do teal as the main part of the flower. And then on this one, let's do this part yellow. We don't really have very many areas that are dominantly yellow besides that flower, so this will kind of be the second one. And then up here, I could do, let me think. I might want to do teal. Could go ahead and draw some polka dots on this so that I don't have to paint over my yellow with another color. So I'm just freehanding some polka dots on here. And let's paint the dots yellow, and then we'll paint around them with teal or something like that. I love the polka dots. They're so whimsical inside these little Paisleys. A bunch of polka dotted Paisleys would be so cute. Just a whole grouping of them. So if it kind of stresses you out to do too many fancy Paisleys or too many Paisleys with different patterns, you could have them all be this style of Paisley with different colored polka dots inside each one. That would be really cute. Okay, let's switch to teal now. I might have to add in some green so that my leaves on my flower are green here in a little bit. It really doesn't take much paint to do these Paisleys. All right, I'm still working my way out on this one, so I'm just going to start with the next largest area on this one and just paint it teal. This is the one that kind of looks like a peacock feather. And then on this one, I want to do the inside part around the polka dots in teal, which my polka dots are still just a tad wet. First, I'm just outlining all of these polka dots, and then I'm going to go back and fill in the other areas. How fun. I love these colors. Okay, then we can do teal over here. I don't really have very much dominant teal in other places, so I'm going to put the teal in this area here. There we go. Okay. Somebody is knocking on the front door, so I'm gonna stop the video and I'll restart it in just a minute. Okay, so let's see. We haven't done any turquoise over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some of that to the main part of this paisley, and then the rest of it will be the green of the leaves of the flower. And if it's easier for you, you can go through and, you know, paint the whole inside of your paisley, whatever a main color, and then go on top of that and add your details and extra little designs. I'm just painting around the design that I had drawn on here, which does take a little more time and makes it a little bit more difficult, but I wanted to show you guys how you could do the different designs. All right, did I get it? Oh, there's a spot. Okay, so now I've got that all painted in teal, and I'm gonna go back and add some green. Oh wait, let's do the purple first. I forgot, we haven't added our fourth color. So far we've only worked with 3 colors, so we need to add our 4th color. And this is Purple Pizzazz by Deco Art. I've put something in that to keep that from tipping over. So just look for places that still need color and add those in there. It'll get easier as you go because it'll start eliminating choices because you've already painted some of these in. Isn't that pretty? Pretty, pretty. This design, or this little paisley shape, looks a little bit like bohemian. It's pretty. I think it'll be fun to see like all the different ways you guys decide to decorate your paisleys. Okay, so we did that there. Let's do this little shape in the middle here, purple, and then I may do some more teal right around there. So we'll skip around to this one and just paint the outer part of this paisley purple. Sometimes paisleys have a long tail like this one, and sometimes they have shorter tails. This one curves way around. Okay, and then I'll do the center of this little flower, purple. Actually, I probably should have done it teal. Let me go back over that with teal. I don't like that. I'm just going to blot it off there with my finger, pick up as much of the paint as I can. Okay, and then this one here, let me do the next part of the peacock eye in purple. And then we may add another color there in the middle, or we could just leave it white. So far I've used the same brush the entire time we've been doing this. Okay, now I'm going to paint the center of that flower purple, or teal. I like that much better. And then I had said I was going to paint this area teal. Okay. All right, now we've got all of the main areas except the leaves here. So let me find some green. This is Hauser Medium Green by Deco Art. I just need a teeny tiny bit just to do these little leaves. The paint dries fairly quickly on this paper, so if I could just keep my arm out of it long enough to let it dry. Okay, so now that we have our paisleys painted, we can add like some little white or black accents. Actually, let me do a second coat real quick on this purple. Now that it's drying, it's looking very streaky, transparent. Certain colors you have to do that with. This purple is so pretty, but it's one of them. I may just fill in, this originally had another shape in the middle, but I think I want to do this whole inner part purple. Just fill that in. Okay, so we don't have any purple here or here, but that doesn't really matter. If you wanted to jazz up this one right here, you could do like some little purple dots. That is a fun way to add another detail element. I wonder if I can get you guys closer so you can see better what I'm showing you. There we go. So I'm just adding some little, I'm just dabbing my brush to make tiny little dots all the way around. This paisley with purple. And it's kind of sitting right on top of that outer line. There we go. So that adds just a little bit of purple down there and adds just a tad more detail. So now I'm going to take a skinnier round tip brush and get some white and black and add just a few accents. So let's start with the black. So like on this, you could cover up your pencil lines if you wanted to, or you could just do like a light little accent. Gotta make things pop. And then over here you could do like an outline around part. This brush is almost too thin. It's not holding enough paint for me. Do an outline around certain parts of the paisley to make them pop. You don't have to outline everything, but this is just an idea of how you can add black and white to make things more detailed. So like on this one, I might just outline the flower. And you don't have to do this. This is just optional. You could also do this with a paint pen, you know, if the brush is not working out well for you. Let me try a paint pen just to see what it looks like. A little different. Let's outline this. It is faster with a paint pen. Only problem is my purple is still slightly wet and I don't want to get my paint pen in it. So you could outline this whole paisley using the paint pen. This is a little messy. Let's clean it up with the paint pen. My brush did not do a very good job outlining those. Okay, that's still a little messy, but oh well. It's hard to find a quitting spot because once you get to going, you want to just keep outlining and keep doing more. So you just stop whenever you feel like it's had enough or you like the outcome. Okay, and then some white accents. Let me rinse my black off my brush. Get just a little bit of white. This is the really skinny brush, and you could do little highlights on your polka dots.
Mom,
yes, Charlie?
I'm having this egg.
Okay, go play. I'm almost done. Do some more highlights on your petals of your flower. Little highlight in the middle there. Do one in the middle of this flower and on the tops of the leaves. And down here. On these that have like little scallops, you could put little highlights on the scallops or on, you know, just different areas. Let's see, I may do like a little bit of a highlight on that purple there. Okay, so I think that's got it covered. Let me show you guys up close what my paisleys look like. So just keep in mind that you need a design on the inside, maybe a design on the outside if the inside design is a little plain. So for example, this one right here, I only did a flower on the inside. So, Charlie, okay, out. Sorry guys, Mama is home with the kids for the summer. So this one doesn't have much detail inside, so I added the cute little polka dotted outside to give it more detail. This one doesn't have a whole lot as far as like detail work inside, so I outlined it more in black. This one does have a lot of detail inside, so I didn't do anything on the outside of it. And I think the polka dot one is my favorite. And it was probably the easiest out of all of them. So I can't wait to see how you guys do your, am I upside down? I can't wait to see how you guys decorate your paisleys and take a picture of your practice work and post it inside the group for all of us so that we can kind of share ideas and do our own, like, I may add some more to this little practice page after I see some of your ideas. So, hope you guys are having a great Monday. See you later.